Hello, high level listeners, and welcome to week 1, day 2. Today's focus is vocabulary and key expressions. We're here to take your travel English to the next level with real American and British English. I'm Kat, the American voice here on High Level Listening.
And I'm Mark, the British voice, and today's class in our English for Travel course will be a great way for you to expand your English vocabulary skills.
Now, we'll be releasing a new video each day, Monday to Friday, on YouTube for free. But if you don't want to wait, you can get all 5 of this week's videos today by purchasing the full English for Travel course on our High Level Listening store. On top of that, you get video downloads, MP3s, worksheet pages, phrase lists, pronunciation guides, and homework pages. You can click the link below in the description and get all of that right now.
So let's get started. In our first class, you heard the entire conversation between me and Kat about making travel plans. Now, we'll explain the most useful vocabulary and phrases in more detail. Most of these phrases can be commonly used in American and British English. If not, we'll make it clear in our explanations. Remember, you can get a list of these phrases and definitions in the extra worksheets in the full course. The link is in the description.
Okay, so here's our first phrase. We booked our trip. We booked our trip. So if you are booking something, if you are booking a trip, that means you are making reservations and usually paying for the trip. So we booked our trip to Italy for next month means I bought my flight tickets, I bought my hotel reservation, I made a reservation and I bought it. We booked our trip to Italy for next month.
The next phrase from the dialogue is, we're flying out to a place. Kat said, we're flying out to Rome on the 15th. So we are flying out. Native speakers love to use phrasal verbs, flying out. That is, traveling by plane. It's correct if you say, we are flying to Rome. Totally fine. Native speakers tend to be more casual with phrasal verbs. We're flying out to Rome. Like Kat said, she booked her trip, so it is arranged. It is decided. We are flying is not right now, but we are flying on the 15th. We have arranged and decided to do this. So future plans can be in the present continuous. We're flying out to a place. We're traveling by plane to a destination.
The next one is I can't wait to do something. If you can't wait, you are impatient and you're very excited about something that's happening in the future. I can't wait to see all the historical sites and try the food. I can't wait to visit the ruins. I can't wait to go to the United States. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to see all the historical sites, and I'm excited about that in the future.
Next phrase, we're planning on going around. We're planning on going around. Again, it's the present continuous. We already decided. We are planning on visiting. We are planning on exploring. We're planning on looking around some famous or interesting places. In the dialogue, we're planning on going around the art museums and the old town. So we want to visit the art museums and the old town.
Our next phrase, we're heading to a place. We're heading somewhere. In American English especially, we really like this phrase, and in British English as well. When we're heading to a place, we're simply going. We're going. We're heading. We're heading. We're using our head. We're going to a place. So we're going to a place. We're heading. Then we're heading to Venice. Then we're heading to Rome. Then we're heading to Florence. That means we're going. That's the next place we're going. We're heading to Venice.
The next phrase is we've booked. That's we have booked. In the dialogue, Kat said, we've booked a gondola ride and everything. So the very first sentence was we booked our trip. But this is we have booked. This means that we paid for the tour now, and maybe we will book more tours in the future. It's still open. Our plans are not totally finished yet. Maybe we'll go there and see another tour that we didn't see online and say, oh, let's do that. So when you haven't arranged everything yet, you can use the present perfect. We have booked this. So we have reserved something in advance. We've booked a gondola ride and everything, and maybe Kat will do more things when she's in Italy.
Like this phrase, we're leaving on a date and coming back on a date. What does this mean exactly? I'm leaving my home on a date and I'm coming back home on a date. So we're leaving on the 15th and coming back on the 30th. Leaving and coming back is the dates. These are the dates for our trip, right? I'm leaving my city on the 15th and I'm coming back to my city on the 30th. We're leaving and coming back. We're leaving on the 15th and coming back on the 30th.
Next phrase describes how long your trip is. In the dialogue, it's a 2-week trip. Listen carefully. It's a 2-week trip. So there's no S on week. When you use week or month or day like an adjective, we cannot change it. So there's no S. It's a 1-day trip, a 1-week trip, also a 2-day trip, a 2-week trip. There's no S. It's because it's working like an adjective. This means the trip or the vacation lasts 2 weeks, but the phrase is a 2-week trip.
So for the next one, this is our hotel, our accommodation. We're staying at a place. We're staying at the hotel. We're staying at this little bed and breakfast. So when we say we're staying at this place, this is our accommodation. This is the place that we are going to stay temporarily while we're on the trip. We're staying at this little bed and breakfast in Florence. We're staying at this little bed and breakfast in Florence.
So Kat said bed and breakfast. What is a bed and breakfast? A bed and breakfast is often smaller than a hotel. Sometimes it's a house that you can stay in, and it's a simple, cheaper accommodation. The benefit of bed and breakfast is it can be more central in a city, it can be cheaper, and it can feel a little bit more comfortable than a hotel. You might even share a house with a family or other guests, so you can meet people as well. It's a small lodging, and bed is because you can sleep there. Breakfast is because they usually serve you breakfast in the morning. Bed and breakfast is also shortened to B&B, like Airbnb, the famous website. In the dialogue, Kat said, we're staying in this little bed and breakfast in Florence.
Our next phrase is right on the canal. Now, we have the phrase right on the canal means located directly beside the canal. Now, a canal is a special word. It's very famous in Venice. Think of Amsterdam as well. It's like the little rivers that flow through a city. Venice and Amsterdam are very famous for their canals. And in Venice, we found a lovely hotel right on the canal. We like the word right. Now, this isn't turn right, it means directly next to it, okay? So we could say right on the river, right on the beach, directly next to it. So in Venice, we found a lovely hotel right on the canal, directly next to the canal, right on the canal.
You've got everything planned out. In the dialogue, it sounds like you've got everything planned out. In British English, it's very common to say you have got. It means you have. You can say you have everything planned out. In British English, you've got everything planned out. You have arranged all the details, all the trips, all the accommodation for your vacation. You've got everything planned out. Phrasal verb, again, because native speakers like phrasal verbs, You've got everything planned. Correct. You've got everything planned out. Correct. And more friendly. So, sounds like you've got everything planned out. The accommodation, the flights, the activities.
Mark says I have everything planned out, which for me feels like everything is planned 100%. But I actually have more things planned, Mark. So we're also planning on doing this. We're also planning. So you thought I had everything planned out, but I'm not done yet. I'm not finished yet, right? So we're also planning on, or we're planning something. Okay, so we're planning on doing this, we're planning on doing that, or we're planning a trip, we're planning a weekend. We're also planning a weekend getaway to the countryside. We're also planning, and I like the emphasis on this one. We're also planning, because again, Mark thought I was finished, but we're also planning this too. So Mark gets to hear all about my travel plans.
Yes, and one of Cat's plans is a weekend getaway. That's 3 words. A weekend getaway. A getaway is a short trip. This one is a weekend getaway, so it's a short trip on Saturday and Sunday. You can also change it a city getaway, a countryside getaway, a little getaway, a short getaway. The emphasis is this is a short trip that's only 1 or 2 days. If you're going for a week or a month, that's not a getaway. It needs to be quite short. In the dialogue, again, Cat said, we're planning a weekend getaway to the countryside. So I understand she'll go to the countryside for a short time and then come back to the city.
I like that I'm planning a weekend getaway from my vacation. So it's like a vacation from my vacation. So
Yes.
getting away, getting away. Now, like Mark said, I like what Mark said, that usually a getaway or getting away is usually quite short. So this means that if you're getting away, you are going to a different place, mostly to relax or have a break. Now, on vacation, Americans are really busy usually. So I'm looking forward to getting away from the city hustle. We're going to some big cities, Rome, Venice, Florence. These can be, kind of hectic, right? We're traveling every day. They're really big cities. So I'm looking forward to getting away, going somewhere quiet and getting away from the city hustle. So the city hustle and bustle, everybody's moving, lots of people there. Everyone's always very busy. So I'm looking forward to getting away, having that nice and relaxing time from the city hustle.
I'm looking forward to. So earlier we said, I can't wait to, like, I can't wait to do this. I'm looking forward to doing this. It means, again, I'm excited. I'm really excited about doing something in the future. You might hear it that I'm looking forward to doing. I'm looking forward to getting away. I'm looking forward to visiting the museums. It's another way to say I'm really excited. In the dialogue, I'm really looking forward to getting away from the city hustle.
A change of pace. A change of pace. Oh, this sounds so nice sometimes. This is when you change your routine or your activities, okay? A change of pace. Normally, your routine is very set. You get up, you take the kids to work, or school. You go to work and then you come home, you make dinner, and the next day you start it all again. Well, a change of pace is where you usually get to change things up a little bit, okay? A change of pace will be something maybe more relaxing or just something different than your normal routine. So that'll be a nice change of pace. That'll be a lovely change of pace. So it'll be something a little different for you.
Make sure to take lots of pictures. In the dialogue, I told Cat, make sure to take lots of pictures and send them to me. So make sure, don't forget. Remember, please, please remember. Cat's going to these amazing cities. I've never been to them before, so I want to see what it's like. I want her to take lots of pictures. We're friends in the dialogue, so it's polite and it's okay to say, make sure to take lots of pictures. make sure to buy some souvenirs, make sure to try some local food. If I know something is popular or famous about a place, I can remind Kat or make her remember, ask her to remember to try these fun things so maybe I can enjoy them or so she can have a better experience as well. So make sure, don't forget to take lots of pictures and send them to me.
The next one, when I get back. And let's catch up when I get back. It's really interesting. We don't usually use the word return. If I said, and let's catch up when I return, that sounds so serious. When I return, things will be very serious. So when I get back, that means when I come home or come back from the end of my trip. My trip is finished. I'm back home, right? I'm back home. So let's catch up. That means kind of let's talk and get news and information about each other. Let's catch up when I get back. Let's catch up when I get home from my trip. Let's catch up when I get back.
The next phrase was, I'll bring you something back. So Kat might buy some souvenirs on her trip, and she's going to bring the souvenirs back for me. But when Kat's talking, I'll bring you something back. As in, she will buy a souvenir, come back with it, and give it to me. I'll bring you something back. Something can change. I'll bring you some souvenirs back. I'll bring you some food back. I'll bring you a t-shirt back. Any souvenir or thing you buy and then return home with it, you bring it back. So I'll bring you something back.
Right. And our last phrase, safe travels. Safe travels. This is a friendly and very nice way to wish someone a good and safe or secure journey. Hey, safe travels, or have a safe trip. Have a safe trip. Safe travels.
Okay, very well done, everyone. Remember, this is just day 2. So I hope you're looking forward to, you can't wait for tomorrow's class. But remember, if you don't want to wait until tomorrow, you can't wait. You can buy the extra bonus materials. You can get all 5 videos right now, including worksheets, MP3s, lists of phrases, the list of phrases we read today. You can get all of those in the link course below.
Did you hear or learn anything new in our vocabulary class today? What was your favorite phrase? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for our next class.